What's up, everybody? Sorry it took a little minute, but when I posted that last video of the ultrasound, um, I kind of had to sit back and analyze, make sure I got my priorities in order, make sure I got everything that I need to have in order. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the end of chapter 5, I had left off where I was grabbing my work through the window from my silly Tyree, and I was sitting here thinking, I said, man, well, let me go ahead and take him down through there a little bit. Because before I got to Seaport, like I said, I was an overflow. But before I got to Seaport, they put me on A wing, one row, way at the back behind the cage. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was in there for like 2 days before I got my move slip to go to C wing. So, man, now walking in there, I noticed that there wasn't nothing in there. There wasn't no mattress. There wasn't nothing but steel and concrete. So I'm looking around. But the good thing about that is I could talk to B-Port through the vent, and my celly was literally like a cell over. So I could talk to my celly through the vent. So I take my steak shirt off and I lay it flat on the steel just in case I want to lay down or something. You know, I lay on the steel anyway. So um, I was just gonna do it like that for right now. So I tell Tyreek, hey Tyreek, send me like 3 fingers of K2 and send my phone over her. I need to take her some business, you know what I'm saying? So like, man, I got you, Trey. I said, man, send for Little Rich. So he like, all right, he over here right now. I said, all right, it's a bit. So, like I say, I'm kind of looking around and stuff. And probably within like 25 minutes, Little Richie pulled up with a sock. He like, here, you know what I'm saying? So I grab it. I'm like, shit, I got you in a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I go up in there, pull the phone out. I see the K2 in there, got 3 fingers in there. So I put them to the side, but I'm just kind of looking around like, already thinking offense, defense, like, man, if something happened, like, what I'm gonna do with this shit? Like, I ain't got nowhere to hide it. I ain't got no neighbors to pass it off to. Like, I'm just looking at the toilet, like, push come to shove, you gotta go in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? So, first person I call is my mama. You know, just check on my mama stuff real quick, make me a few phone calls. At the phone, when I was done with it, I'm looking around. And like I say, there was still the concrete in there. So what I did was slide it up under the shirt that was laying flat on the steel where the bunk is. So, man, my dumb ass called myself smoking some K2. You know what I'm saying? In my head, I'm like, man, I'm gonna smoke some of this shit. Go to sleep. When I wake up, it'll be time to get moved. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I rolled the stick up. You know what I'm saying? So they already had like a toilet paper wrapper. That's what people roll uh, K2 weed, cigarettes. They roll all that shit up with the wrapper that come around the toilet paper. So it was already like a toilet paper wrapper in there. Like whoever was in there probably was smoking. You know what I'm saying? So I cut me a piece off of that there. I rolled me a stick. I smoked like half of it. I throw it in the toilet and flush it. Man, within like 8 seconds, felt my heart beating fast. All of a sudden, I started getting real paranoid. You know what I'm saying? I got to get real paranoid, man. Like looking around the cell, looking at the steel and concrete. And let me remind you, I ain't had none of my property, so I ain't had no fan in there, nothing. It's just whatever the temperature was outside is what it is in the cell. And ain't nothing but steel and concrete in here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, my heart beating fast. I get to looking around. Man, tell me why Sergeant Little, to be exact, the sergeant, walked straight up to the bars, talking about, hey, are them your shoes? So me, I'm like, what? He like, man, them your shoes? I'm like, hell no, that ain't my shoes. You know what I'm saying? So he like, them ain't your shoe. I'm like, hell no, I don't know what you're talking about. So he just kind of looked me up and down and walked off. Man, got super paranoid. You know what I'm saying? I grabbed that K2. I took my socks off. I stuffed in one of them socks. I put that sock inside the toilet, inside the water, in the pipeline. I just stuck my hand in there. You know what I'm saying? And the phone, I'm just looking around. And I slid, like I say, it was right there up under the shirt. So, like literally, if Lau just go in there and grab the shirt and pull the shirt, like he gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody who been to TDC know that the TDC IDs that they give you, like if need be, you flip it on the backside. It's a black strip going straight across that look like a barcode. Now you can stick that through the bars, and you got to look real hard, and you can see the reflection of what's going on down the run. So that's what I had to do because I ain't had no mirror or nothing in there. I ain't had none of my property. You know what I'm saying? So I get to looking through the thing and I see they kind of far off. So me, like I said, I get to kind of moving the shirt a little bit away from the bars on the other side of the bunk. You know what I'm saying? And I look up, Lil Rich right there, the SSI. So he like, man, folks, why you tell the lies? Who want your shoes? So I'm like, what? He like, man, I brought them shoes, man. Your seller sent your shoes over there. You had a pair of shoes over there too. So I'm like, man, look, man, I ain't know what the fuck going on. I'm thinking them hoes trying to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, I'm finna flush all this shit. You know, he like, man, nah, man, folks, you tripping. You good, man. You good. They not worried about you. I said, well, look, man, I'm finna give you this phone. Take this shit back over there to Tyreek, man. Tell him do not send that shit back over here until I get housed and I'm sent for it, man. So he like, all right, come on with it. So I give it to him. And so I put that in the other sock and I give it to him. He burned off. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I stayed in there like 2 days, but they came back like 15 minutes later, Lil Rich and the sergeant. And he was like, man, why you tell me them what your shoe? I said, man, Sarge, I didn't know what the hell that was going on. You know, so I'm thinking you playing games, you know what I'm saying? So he just shook his head and Lil Rich brought me my shoe. So I waited. Sure enough, like I say, I got moved to C-Part. Now, walking into my cell, they moved me to 2-row C-Part, I think 208 to be exact, 8 cell. Now let me tell you about my cell. Man, I had a city that was like 120 pounds, little white dude. Man, that little white dude crazy the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? At first, I'm kind of looking at him. I said, man, why I got me still a little bit of that dude, man? You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of looking at me and stuff. So they just like, man, they probably gonna move y'all, man. Y'all ain't the same weight class. So I'm just kind of checking them out. You know what I'm saying? This before they called their room in the morning. I ain't saying too much, but I noticed he ain't got too much or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I just had to get my property. So I'm just kind of just checking them. I ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? They called their room in the morning. Now, on C Wayne, when B Wayne go to Rick, it be around day room time, so you can holler at your homeboys and stuff through the windows, shake their hands and do all that stuff through the windows. You know what I'm saying? So, Tyreek and them, they already knew where I was going because, like I say, we was in the event. I told them when I'm getting moved and where I'm going to and stuff. So, when I tell him, hey man, I'm gonna go get my work, so he already had it on in a green jacket because it's kind of cold outside. So he had me a sock that was already like one of them tool socks. He had everything in there stuffed in there. So he handed it to me. Now, so first thing I do is go to the little corner over there where the homies at. You know what I'm saying? So I look around, told them bring me a piece of paper, like a piece of scratch paper or something, you know what I'm saying? So they bring it. So I opened the rice bag that had the loose K2 and I kind of grabbed like a few little piles out, put it on the paper, and I'm like, here, y'all try that shit, pass some of that shit out. You know what I'm saying? That shit some gas. And I started telling them about what happened over there when I was on A Wayne 1 road, you know what I'm saying? So, man, I tell them like, man, just bring me some green dots, $50 or better, you know what I'm saying? I got whatever they want, you know what I'm saying? So they go around and start doing a little networking and stuff. So we end up going in the cell. Now, remember, I just got there, so we don't got the stash spots in the walls yet. I ain't had no stash spots. Like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm just kind of checking everything out. So my neighbors was Mandingo. I think his name was 2-1 or something like that. And I kind of was familiar with him. You know, I was on H pod and I think G pod with him a couple times. So I hollered at him. I'm like, hey, what's up, 2-1? So he like, what's up, folks? I said, say, you trying to make some money? He like, shit, here, yeah, what's up? I say, look, man, um, I need you to hold this down for me until I find me a stash spot. So I'm pay you. You know, so I'm gonna get half zip, you know what I'm saying? So he like, shit, big, shoot that shit over here. So I'm like, all right, I'm sitting over there in a minute, let me get it together, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to check my cell out. And I asked him, I say, Cell, do you smoke? Do dip anything? So he like, man, I dip a little bit, but not really, you know. So I really don't be buying it because these dudes be trying to take my stuff. So I'm like, take your stuff. He like, yeah, man, these white dudes and stuff be coming in here and shit. I ain't no hoe, man. I'll fight. So I'm kind of checking him out. And he already had like a little black eye on him, so that's why I was kind of looking at him. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just swole, but you could tell it was bruised. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, look, you ain't got to worry about nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna come here and take nothing. You know what I'm saying? You good. Hey man, you ain't no law or nothing. Like you ain't gonna gonna tell if I had some contraband. Nothing. He like, hell, no, I ain't no police, man. Shit, that's how I got this black eye. He say, shit, they be jumping on me. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, this nigga into with the laws and shit, like, so I'm like, man, look, just chill, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna get ready to get something. I'm gonna make sure I put some dip in there for you. You know what I'm saying? But you good in her, man. You ain't gotta worry about people taking your stuff, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You good. You'll make sure your locker full, all this shit in her. So he just kinda looking at me. I say, man, you got family, like you call your peoples and stuff? He said, man, I be calling my grandma. I say, she be sending you money and stuff. He say, man, she be sometimes every like once a month, probably like $50, $100 a month or something like that. When I get it, when I'm able to call her and stuff. So in my head, I'm like, look, oh, you want to talk to her right now? He say, shit, how I'm gonna do that? I say, man, look, man, I got a phone. You can use that bitch. So I pull the phone out. Man, he get straight panic mode. Oh man, what the hell? Oh shit, man, where you get that, man? I'm like, man, calm the fuck down, man. Sit down and chill. He kind of laughing. I'm like, man, what the hell? How the hell you get? I ain't never seen no shit like that in prison, man. I said, man, look, calm down, man. Shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Here you can use this motherfucker. Just tell your grandma, do not call her per time you calling from a cell phone, man. So he like, damn, man, what if I said, man, look, I'm gonna watch out for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch out for you. But tomorrow I'm gonna get my property from property. I got food, I got all this shit. Like you good here. All you gotta do is relax. You know what I'm saying? Here, talk to your people. You use that bitch when you want. I ain't gonna charge you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got a little something, man. So just sit back and chill. So he like, all right, man, how you work? You know, I'm sorry. Like, here, man, here go the number. You know, I type it in for him real quick. I said, man, I'm watching run. Go ahead. So he called his grandma. His grandma tried to send him like $50. I think she had like PayPal or some shit. So I had to like call some old people who had PayPal because at the time I only had like 4 green dot accounts. You know what I'm saying? So I had to like kind of go jump through loops a little bit just to so he could send that right. But I gave him I pulled out some K2. I'm like, oh, here man, here go a finger K2. I been selling this for $100. I say this for you can make you some commissary. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get some more shit on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make sure it's some dip, that snuff, that stuff they be putting in their lips. I said I'm gonna make sure I get some of that just for you, man. You ain't gotta pay for man, you good. Like you ain't gotta spend no more money, man. You know what I'm saying? So he like, damn man, I appreciate it. I said, man, you smoke K2? He like, I ain't never smoked no K2. I said, you wanna smoke some? He like, shit, I don't know, man. I say, look, man, I got some of that too. I pulled a rice bag out. He get freaking out again, like, man, what the hell, son? I said, man, look, calm down, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Look, I'm finna send this phone next door. And the rest of this K2 out. I pulled another piece of paper out and I put some K2 on there. I say, look, this just what we can get high and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I say, I already got some shit already on the streets, you know what I'm saying, where it's gonna be some commissary coming in. I just don't want a lot of people walking to my door, you know what I'm saying? Had the laws looking, trying to see what's going on. So just sit back, relax, man. Let me look at this and get it situated a little bit. But we good in here. You need to use phone, you know what I'm saying? We finna smoke some K2 and just chill, you know what I'm saying? So he like, all right. So like I said, I get something on the paper. So I put everything in the sock. I knock on the wall. I tell 2-1, here, hold it down, you know what I'm saying? Finna chill for a minute. So he like, all right, I got you. So he grabbed, you know what I'm saying? So now I kind of relax a little bit. So I roll up a stick for me, roll up one for him. I say, look, I advise you not to smoke the whole thing. Just hit that bitch about 2-3 times and see what's happening first. You know, I don't need you in this bitch tripping or passing out, nothing like that. So he like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? So I smoke like half a stick again and flush that shit. Put the rest of this shit in my sock. So I see him over there smoking. So he just over there chilling though. He wasn't tripping or nothing. He just kind of over there having a little laughing fits like he high or something like. But he was a cool little dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool little dude. But like I said, that Thursday came around, uh, Lil Richie pulled up on me again. Now I take that back. Folk Trey Ceylon, RIP, my nigga from the world. He was SSI too. He had brought me that pack. You know what I'm saying? He brought that from over there B Wayne because I already had some shit in the making with little 60 Santana at east side of H-Town. So anyways, he bring another sock. stuff, you know what I'm saying? So he pulled it out, I pulled that bitch out, I opened it up. We had bust down a pound, half me, half Santana, and like 20 cans of dip for me, 20 cans of dip for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we had was the dip and the K2 on that little go around. So I pulled that shit out. He like, damn man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, watch the run right quick. So I opened the dip and I just opened the bag and I did like this to him, like, here, get you some. Man, he got some little bit of ass. I said, man, get you some up out of there. So he like, damn, smoke. I said, man, get whatever you want, man. Like, I'm not tripping on none of this shit, man. Get whatever you want. So he got him nice little old, put it in his lip. You know what I'm saying? So I get the SSI gloves out, tore a finger off, and I stuff like almost a whole finger. And I'm like, here, this yours, man. That's just where you keep on you, where you make sure you good. So like, man, I thank you, appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I took me like a half a finger out for myself, put all this. Well, I started sacking some shit up. I gave 2 cans of dip, and I gave him that half zip that I told him I was gonna give him. So I'm like, man, it's yours. I say, but you dirty too. So now, like, I need to try to get this stash spot shit together. You know what I'm saying? But he like, man, I got you, man. As long as you need me, I ain't doing no tripping, man. You know, they ain't gonna get shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, all right, that's big. So, man, we chilling and shit up. By this time, I kind of started knowing who's who over there on Seaport. It was a Latin King. I can't remember his name. He used to spend the most with me. Like every Thursday, every Friday, he gonna send anywhere from $500 to $800. But I'm gonna give him like 15 fingers. 15 fingers. If I ain't had the ounces I already made up, you know what I'm saying? I just give him something like that. You know, I was selling the fingers for $100 $100 a finger. But people in population, shit, out of finger, you getting like 3 balls. They selling these balls for $50. So I was just blessing this game like that because they keep some of the traffic off of me. You know what I'm saying? Where that traffic it be spread around, they really don't know what sale is which. You know what I'm saying? So I had already got in contact with the maintenance and had them come over there, shop with $50. Cause Como was over there at Fort Worth, 60 Como, and you know I got his cell rigged up, where they could pull that sink out, put that metal plate on it. You know what I'm saying? So I started sending everything up there where it was secure. You know, cause the laws they wasn't hip to it yet. Um, Now that little compartment, it used to hold 2 cell phones and a charger, or it'll hold 4 free world ounces up in there. I'm talking about perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I shoot everything up there to Como, kind of bust it down, but I let K2 hold. 2-1 hold a little something where I can just bang next door and get it from him like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything else was put up in the wild. Yeah, and man, we smoking some of that K2 shit. I'm sitting on the toilet, you know, just kind of just sitting there. My sister's sitting on the bottom bunk over there. So, like I say, we just sitting there. Man, I just happened to look down, looking at my legs. I'm like, man, what the hell? So I kind of look up, shake my head, look down again. I said, say, look, I said, he like, hey, what's up, folks? I said, say, man, am I tripping? Or is my motherfucking legs swole? So he looked, I pulled the sock down a little bit more. He like, man, what the fuck? He bust out laughing. He told me, man, what the fuck wrong with your leg? Man, I'm talking about I pulled the sock down. It looked like it was cutting the blood circulation off. My legs was swole all the way down. You know, look like some cartoon shit. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? What? In my highlight, you know what I'm saying? It was a blood named Jabo from Dalworth. He was at Zion on the run, so he just happened to walk by. I said, say, nigga, Jabo, come here, man. Like, hey, what's up, folks? I said, man, tell me if I'm tripping, man. He like, what's up? I said, man, look at my legs. Is my shit swole? He looked. He said, damn, folks, man, what the fuck, nigga? I'm finna get the nurse. Hell yeah, your shit's swole, man. What's wrong? Man, I'll be right back. They were doing pill call. Miss Ross was passing out medication. Old school Miss Ross. So she come right up there and look. As soon as she looked, she told the officer, hey man, he gotta go to the emergency room. Yeah, we gotta take him to the emergency room. That ain't right. That ain't right. You sit there, get ready, we finna come get you. You want to the emergency room. So I'm like, damn. So kind of looking around, telling myself, "Here, hold this," and telling 2-1, "Hey man, they finna come give me this." So look, man, my legs so wrong, my legs, man. I was wondering why my shoes they was feeling kind of tight. So I told them, man, I'll be back. So sure enough, they came right and got me. Took me to the infirmary. Uh, got a few officers together. She took me on transport to the Free World Hospital. So I get over there. They get to taking blood, putting IVs in my arms, running little tests. Man, they came back with some results like later on that day saying, like the K2 I was smoking, it was affecting. I think that is my liver. Your liver, whatever, keeps your blood pumping or sends your blood wherever it needs to go. It wasn't working properly for whatever I was smoking, and all the blood was like going down to my legs. That's why my legs were swollen. So they give me like some pills, some water pills, and some more stuff. And I stay in there 2 days, and they finally send me back. Now when I come back, here we go with the overflow thing again. Except this time they put me on X-Wing back there where people be going to solitary at. So I go back there. I'm trying to see who the SSI is. You know what I'm saying? I catch another SSI, send them over there to Como, and I say, man, tell Como to send me 3 big fingers and 3 half fingers. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, just write the kite, man, because they gonna think I don't want no type of misunderstanding. I said, all right, just hold on right quick. So I write a little kite, tape it up, and I give it to him. So, and Como know my handwriting. So he get over there and he come back with the 3 fingers and the 3 half fingers. He like, here, man, he said that's all that was left. So I'm like, what? What you mean that's all that's left? He said, man, that's what he says, what he gave you, man. So, man, I'm a fried out. I'm fried out. But I'm like, nah, I don't want to start how you said, getting everybody on egg shit or whatever. They get to moving around or they'll give them time to just get ready for whatever's on my mind. I said, man, I'm just gonna sit back and I'm wait. There's only 2 ways you can go when you G4 medium cussing. That's C Wayne or D Wayne. And if I go back to C Wayne, I'm right back over there. So I'm just sitting back waiting. You know what I'm saying? I stayed in that time. I stayed 5 days back there, 5 whole days before they gave me a move slip. Except this time they moved me to Depot. So I'm on one road this time. Lil G from Eastwood, he was my neighbor, matter of fact. But anyways, I go to the vet. Five dudes, Lil Hearn, one of my partners, man. He was right behind me in the vent. So I said, "Say, look out, Lil Hearn." I tell him what happened. I said, "Say, man, I just got back like 5 days ago, but I was an overflow. I sent for my work for 3 fingers and 3 halves. Nigga talking about that was all that was left." I said, "Man, it was a whole rice bag, at least about 3.5, 4 zips put up in that spot up there." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Man, come on, got his G2. Come on, ain't even in that cell no more." So I'm like, "Shit, what you mean he ain't?" He said, "Man, he got his G2 like a week ago." So he said the day you went to the hospital, like the next day he came up for his G2. So I'm like, "Well, who in that cell?" He said, "Man, his cell up in that cell." He said, "Man, it been looking real suspicious, cuz." He said, "Cause this nigga been coming out looking high. You know what I'm saying? He been coming out, getting burgers and shit out the chow hall. This nigga got uh, uh, giving shit out to the stove. We was wondering where the fuck he got some work from. You know what I'm saying? And what's up? What you want me to do?" I said, "Nigga, what you think I want you? What you think I want you to do?" You know what I'm saying? Like if Como didn't get that SSI that work to give me, he in the cell with Como, so he looking where the stash spot at. He said, "What?" I said, "Man, don't worry about it. Nigga. I'm gonna be over there." He said, "Man, on Crip, cuz. As soon as they call showers," he said, "I'm gonna pop that nigga. That's on Crip, cuz." I say, "Shit, all right." Shit, it wasn't even 30 minutes. They say, "Get ready for chow." It was last chow. They was running chow late that day. So they start on Seaport. Man, say they get taking a little while to come back and call Depot to go. I'm really trying to catch some niggas in the chow hall. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, they beat me to the punch. Soon as Seaport got back, Lil Hearn jumped right in the window and say, "Cuz, we got that nigga, cuz." I'm like, "What's he say?" Me, uh, and it was me, a crip nigga named Duke, and I think a little nigga named Little Local or BB or some shit. I can't remember some dude I really ain't talked to that much. He said, "Hell yeah, we hopped the rail on that nigga ass. We knocked that nigga front teeth out and everything." I'm like, "Where you at?" He say, "Shit, where you think he at, nigga? Shit, nigga, they made us all get down in the child hall. They pulled that nigga ass out, nigga. Shit, and nigga his teeth gone, his two front teeth gone." I'm like, "Shit, all right," you know what I'm saying? So I say, "Look, he probably finna go down there and tell about the stash spot. So like make sure ain't nothing else in there, nothing lingering, you know what I'm saying?" So he like, "All right, I'm finna holler at the city. I'm finna send it's out there, see what's going on." I said, "All right, tell him open it, open that little plate, look in there, see what's left, or if there anything in there, more likely old boy finna tell." Like, all right. So I sit back and chill. You know what I'm saying? They called D Part out, C Wayne, they went on 24-hour lockdown. And sure enough, old boy told on the spot. Laws come hit that cell, go up in the wall. So like all these things I'm telling you, they ain't good no more. This was like back in 2015, something like that. 2015 at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But them the spots ain't know they hip to all this shit. So behind shit like that, you know what I'm saying? People they'll get smoked and go get a lot of some information. They get sent off first. And a lot of times it be shit like that, stash spots or who's who or who got what, and the laws will come. You know what I'm saying? They'll ship their ass out to you. So yeah, just like that, man. They came up there, put another like a cement over that little wall thing that was made up there. They took the plate out, and they went to start checking all the wings for that. So that spot blowed up. You know what I'm saying? But I was on D Wayne for 7 days. 7 days exactly. I come back from child. Right when it was bringing the other group to come in, because they rack us up sometimes one row at a time, one row, then two row, then three row type stuff. Try to get everybody because niggas be running around there. They don't want to go in the cell or nothing. You got niggas over there trying to hide, trying to go back in the highway. When they call one row, you got niggas running the three row. When they call three row, you got niggas running one. Man, the laws be having hell trying to get everybody in their cell. And that's G4 meeting custody. Like it's a whole bunch of them that they don't even give a damn about none of this shit the law was talking about. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to go in that cell. So it was a 7 day. Man, I know they trying to rack the dudes up. I really ain't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden I heard a commotion. Man, I look on the run with the mirror. I hear like a loud pop, like a loud pop sound. Man, allows them busting tear gas on the run. I'm talking about smoke the whole Wayne got because them dudes didn't want to rack up on three row and got the bucket, acting like they getting aggressive with the laws and dude in the pick shot the gas gun. Man, they smoked our ass out. I'm talking about back to the trying to breathe again, back to the trying to grab something, put over your face where you can breathe, back trying to your eyes burn, your skin. It's back to one of them episodes again. You know what I'm saying? So, man, they finally came. Once everybody got on the ground and all that stuff that was on the run, and man, we went on 30-day lockdown. Now, 30-day lockdown, that's what they called it, right? But really, 30 days is the minimum. It's called a disciplinary lockdown. 30 days, right? But if the laws kind of plexed up with you or plexed up with that wang, they'll come through while you asleep and start writing people up for not shaving, right? Writing people up for having clotheslines up at a certain time. They'll come through and just be tripping, nitpicking because if they write certain amount of cases, you get started over the week one day one. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had just got over there, and like I said, it was a whole bunch of individuals over there that weren't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? So man, that week one day one, we was on week one day one for like the first 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because they start coming with the Johnnies. The Johnnies, like I say, it'd be two sandwiches. It'd be a cheese sandwich, and it's supposed to be a meat sandwich. But when they plexed up with you, they give you a cheese sandwich and a peanut butter sandwich, and probably some raisins or something. So, you know, people eat they sandwiches, whatever, ball up that paper sack and throw it on the run. Now, whoever come to sweep the pile to the front of the run, where it'd be easy for the SIs come and put it in the trash, take the trash out. Once they put that pile in the front, somebody will throw a fire in the trash pile and just cut the whole thing on fire. They ain't got nothing better to do in there. You know, at this time we didn't have tablets or none of that in the penitentiary. The only thing you had in there was a radio. And that's if you catch reception, you're gonna get whatever radio station that you can catch. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, they just arguing in there, tripping with the laws, or throwing shit on the run, or that's just how they pass their time over there. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like I say, man, that week one day when we was on there like about the first 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then little by little, I guess common sense started kicking in, and everybody was trying to kind of get everybody to tone like just chill, but let the rank know, like, say, man, quit telling these motherfucking laws come through writing these bullshit cases. That's why everybody tripping. So they were trying to come to some type of understanding, because after a while they gonna get tired of doing the journeys. They gonna get tired of the chaos, because whoever be working that part that's on lockdown, they gonna have it hard. So a lot of people don't want to work them parts. So it'd be like kind of like they just trying to get a common ground, some type of understanding where the officers come through and just have a smooth day. But at the same time, we trying to press like, man, hey, quit messing with this Wayne, let us get off lockdown. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we did 83 days on that lockdown. 83 days. Now with the phone situation, remember I told y'all I had a phone on Seaport that I got through the window from Tyreek and them. Okay. Now, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. When I was on Seaport, it was a dude named YC. A white dude said he was a Crip. He had been locked up like 18 years already. And he kind of like to be the face, be on the broom, be on the run, and just be running around everywhere, be talking to the laws and shit like. So I really ain't trust him like that. But he just like to feel like he got something going on. So, and he smoke K2. So every now and then I'll use him to like, man, go take this over there. And I just give him K2 and shit. So it was this one particular day that the Land King dude had to use the phone at 1 p.m. He was gonna send me $800. So in my head, I really wasn't feeling it. And I told him, like, man, say I really don't pull the phone out till like after 6. All during the day, the phone be put up. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, that's the only time I call, man, my dad, so and so. So I'm like, man, I've been on. I'm like, fuck it, man. I see YC on the run. So I'm like, look, I'm saying YC to you. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I'm telling you, man, it ain't gonna take like 5-10 minutes. He just need to hear my voice. He gonna send it. So I'm like, shit, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I call YC up there. As soon as that rack us up, he on the broom, sweeping the run and shit. So he like, shit, what's up, cuz? I said, say, little check this out, YC. Hey, man, this nigga got to use the phone at 1 o'clock. I said, man, I really don't pull this shit out till after 6. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and do it and get that $800. I only need like 5-10 minutes, so you don't even need to leave the cell for nothing. Just stand there, let him take care of his business, bring that bitch right back to the stash spot and put it up, man. But you got to go up there and get it real quick. Go up there and get it real quick. Take it downstairs, let him use it, take care of his business, and take it right back. You know what I'm saying? Do not smoke while you're doing this, man. Go take care of business. You know what I'm saying? Here go a half finger. You know what I'm saying? Go drop it off or do whatever you finna do. He like, nah, just give it to me, cuz, the laws don't fuck with me. They ain't gonna fuck with me. I said, man, YC, do not smoke, man. Go take care of this business and come back. So, man, I got you, cuz. I got it. I said, shit, all right. You know what I'm saying? So he go up there. I'm looking through the mirror. He go from 3 row to 1 row. Man, it wasn't even 3 minutes. I see the shakedown team walk in. Now the shakedown team was a hit squad. It was like 5 of them. They come together. They just walk around the whole unit, walk on the wings, shake people down, hit cells, go looking in the truck. They just go in there and get the lurker. They trying to find contraband or whoever got the contraband. Sometimes they be in and out. Sometimes they go on wings and tear everybody shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I see them walk in. Then I see Brown. Brown was one of them. So I'm kind of looking like, damn, man, what this nigga YC at? Man, tell me why they bag YC up to the wall where I can see from 2 row. I'm looking down, I see YC right there. Man, the dude pulled the phone out of his back pocket, put it on the windowsill. He strip out. Me and the Laws grab their phone, strip his clothes and shit out. See him put his clothes back on, put him in handcuffs, and he walk out. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? Man, what this nigga got, man? Because he had plenty of chance to run. He could have threw the bitch up there too, bro. I was gonna put it in the toilet. Like he could have threw it anywhere. Like them dudes over there was on that type of time. Like you throw the phone in that bitch, they gonna tuck it, they gonna buck the Laws, push they gonna put it in the toilet. Like you had a lot of individuals that's gonna rock out like that. So I couldn't understand the part where he just pulled it out of his pocket and set it on the thing when the Laws tell him to get up, strip out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I wait till they call child. I come down there. I pull up on the leg king dude. He say, man, I ain't even get to use that bitch. He say, YC stopped at my neighbors. They fired up a stick. He hit the stick like 2 or 3 times and he just got stuck. I said, what you mean? He said, man, the nigga just got stuck. He was standing there. I was telling the nigga to give me the phone. Nigga, he was just standing there. The shakedown team walked in, told him to get against the wall and get out of him. He pulled the phone out of his pocket, put on he told me what I seen. So I'm like, man, ain't this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, all right, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to see where YC at. They took him to lock up. You know what I'm saying? He was in lockup probably like 3 days. All of a sudden he come back out. So, you know, I pull up on him, me and a few more dudes like, say, man, why you do that dumb ass shit? Nigga, I told you, you know what I'm saying, not to smoke. Nigga, them niggas told me that you had hit a stick. He like, no, cuz I just hit a couple times, cuz, and I got stuck. I said, man, but I told you not to smoke. You know what I'm saying? I told you go take her that business and pull back up, and then you can get high. The business took care of. You like, man, it's my bad. I tripped out, man. I said, well, nigga, now you owe that. Nigga, you owe me a phone, nigga. You owe me a phone of $800. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So the individual I was with, like, yeah, nigga, you better come on with it, nigga. Or we gonna pop you, nigga. Cause you had plenty of opportunity to take out running. You could have passed it off anything, nigga. Like you just dry did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I got it, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Let me call my sister stuff, man. I can get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, all right. So I give him like about a week and a half. Really, I forgot about it. I was already on alert trying to give me another phone. So about a week and a half passed. You know what I'm saying? I go over there on the Wayne next door. You know what I'm saying? By this time, I'd start moving around a little bit. So I went on Wayne next door because they ain't ran child on my Wayne yet. I just come back from medical. So I go over there real quick. I was just going to fall back out when they run. I go to the cell, man. This dude stuck with his cell. They full of K2 slump. So I'm telling niggas, hey, they got YC. Hey, nigga, why you in here high? You know what I'm saying? But you ain't send me no money. So he just like he high. So I tell dudes, I said, say, man, this nigga come out, he don't send no bread, gonna run this bitch ass. Like, she understood, cuz understood. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, sure enough, shit, next day, shit, they on the rec yard, shit, they told that nigga ass up. You know what I'm saying? Back door that nigga, 3 niggas, you know what I'm saying? YC couldn't fight, you know what I'm saying? He got dropped out like 3-4 times. Then he already like a plate, so he bruised up, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, he be in the Laos face. He talked to the Laos, so he just told Laos he just got a discipline. You know what I'm saying? For doing a lot of stuff. So over there is kind of comfy, so sometimes they just overlook that shit. You know what I'm saying? Still letting them sweep on the run, all this shit. So, man, I end up getting my G4 in like probably like 4.5 months, 5 months. I got my shit a little early because they was like overpopulated. And they just start kicking people out. You know, I ain't had no cases before I got the G5. You know what I'm saying? I went through that with no case, and I've been going on lockdown and shit, but I ain't been getting no cases. We did like about 80 some days, 84 days, 83 days, something like that on that lockdown on Depot. So that's down there 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting my G2. Now going back to G2, they sent me straight over there to G-Pod. They sent me to G-Pod, and I go to over there. Ceylon was over there. Folk Trade Ceylon, Folk Trade KO. Man, it was a whole bunch of dudes over there, man. A whole bunch of Cyrus was over there. Snake Trey 57 Graveyard. Man, it was a whole bunch of dudes over there. So I get over there and they moved me to 2 row. 209. C-Long was right on the bottom. He was like 109. We could just shoot. I could shoot the line over the run. He can get it. So yeah, man, I get over there, and that was a whole nother ball game. Going over there, day rooms packed. You know what I'm saying? This population now, and I was just happy to be up there from around over there. G4 meeting cuss. You know, so I get over there. I'm talking to C-Long, talking to everybody. Shit. Once I got settled in over there, it was a sergeant named Sergeant G. You know, that was kind of cool with me. You know, just was kind of quiet, but I get just checking me out. By this time, I've been over there probably like, man, it been like 5 years, going on 5 years now. I've been on first. Now, during this 5 years, I wasn't trying to work for nobody. I wasn't trying to go to school. I wouldn't even grab a broom to sweep, none of that. Like, I wouldn't do none of that. But as I was standing at the window just checking everything out, I'm like, damn, man, I gotta see what lane I could open over here. But at the same time, you got individuals that been over there like Ward. You got that been over there 20 plus years, 30 years type shit. They had their way on Ferguson. You know, they been over there. So they walk around freely. People like me was still kind of like, they'll police me sometimes. I try to do too much, going to hall or act like I'm doing anything. You know what I'm saying? They already be like, hey, you need to get over here. You need to get in that room. You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain laws that was cool with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but the majority of them that like, they just ain't trust me like that. They ain't fuck with me like that. So I'm at the window looking at everything, looking at the dude pushing the ice crew, and my common sense kicked in like, damn, man, to avoid me putting people in my business, trying to tell them, hey, go do this or go pass this kite, go do this or go see if I just need to keep niggas out of my business, period. I need to be out there. But I still had pride issues then, so I felt some type of way doing any type of work for them. You know what I'm saying? Or just slaving in any type of way. I felt some type of way about it, but my common sense kicked in like, hey man, you gotta get out, excuse me, you gotta get out here and make it happen, man. Like, quit relying on people. So man, I started looking around. It was another sergeant named Sergeant Flowers. Now, the rumor was he used to be a Crip. I don't know, but you know, but anyways, he was cool with me though. He was cool with me, man. He ain't just harass me and stuff like that. He just kind of checked me out and stuff. So I pull up on him one day. He come through there doing a little walkthrough. I said, man, Sergeant Flowers, hey, hey, what's up, man? Let me go out here and sweep on the run. He like, man, come on, folks, Trey, man, you ain't on the roster, man. I said, man, look, man, I just came from meeting customers, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let me sweep on my way. I don't want to go on the highway, none of that shit. I just want to be able to just, you know what I'm saying, do a little work. You know what I'm saying? Me and Monkey. I forgot my nigga Monkey from West Dallas, OIP. He was over there with me. I said, man, me and Monkey could be out here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about sitting no ass eye. We're going to keep this bitch clean and everything. So he like, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's up. Bring a SI to bring you a mop bucket, a broom, all the equipment you need. I said, man, bring some gloves too. So he like, all right, man. He just started laughing. I tell Monkey, I said, say, Monkey, we finna go on the run. So I explained to him what I was trying to do, what I had in mind. I said, man, we got to get out here. We gotta start being out here. We got to push lane a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I see this shit is ran how it's ran right now. You know what I'm saying? So he like, shit, Trey, they ain't finna let us. I said, man, I just talked to the sword, man. He gonna let us out. You know what I'm saying? So he like, shit, I bet. So sure enough, they come, they let us out. Now in my mind frame, I said, okay, I'm gonna do a good job. You know what I'm saying? That way he could look and be like, okay, I'm gonna keep pulling them out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm working hard. I'm talking about I swept the whole run. Monkey, he was doing a little bit of something. But he just walk around talking shit. You need Monkey just being Monkey. You know what I'm saying? So man, I put some smell good in the mop. I get the mopping out. I'm talking about I had that bitch clean the bitch. So sure enough, the laws, they like that shit. I'm talking about the laws that's working the Wayne, the one in the picket, the one on the CCO keys, the swords come back through there. They're like, man, it smell good over here. You know what I'm saying? And the laws, they like work over there because it's gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? So it came to that point. So from there, I started doing little small stuff like I go to G Wayne, Eventually, they'll let me out to go to G-Wing. I tell them, man, I'm trying to hire that Kirkman right quick. Kirkman, my new from the world, too. Folk Trey Kirkman. I'm finna go over there right quick. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. Just give me like 20 minutes. So they'll open the door. They'll let me right over there to G-Port. Yeah, I still had a little bread put up, so I'm going over there spending like $250, $300 getting like made up zips and shit. Snake and them, they was doing a little something over there. So I'm just moving back and forth. You know, they start seeing the law start cutting for me. So that's just what I was doing for the time being, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, me being with Monkey, just moving how we was moving, it was a dude named Gotti over there. I'm pretty sure y'all heard the story about him. But Gotti had a little pool over there. He gonna go back and forth to Sig, up and down the hallway. He gonna move freely. Like he was moving packs. Like he was messing with the main dudes that was in Sig. Uh Big Josh and them, shout out to Big Josh, Tango Blast. But he come over there, he say, hey man, Big Josh wanna holler at you a monkey. I'm like, shit, who is Big Josh? He say, trust me, folks, Trey. Man, look, you know, he wanna holler at you, man. He say he got something for y'all. So I'm like, you got something? Man, I don't even know this nigga. He said, man, I said, man, how we gonna get back? He said, man, look, I'm gonna walk y'all back there. Man, Laws, they ain't gonna fuck with us. Sig Laws, nothing. Nigga, I do all that shit. I'm like, man, shit, get us back there. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right, shit, be ready tomorrow around lunchtime. I said, all right, that's a bit. I tell Monkey what's going on. So he like, shit, what the nigga? I said, man, we just gonna go back there and see. I said, it might be another lane, you know what I'm saying? Sure enough, we go back there. And Folk Trey Smoking Low, he was next door to him. They was on P Wayne 125 and 126. They had the two back cells way at the back, and they rocked together. Smokey Low and Big Josh. They used to rock together. So soon as I pull up, Smoke Low like, damn, what's up, cuz? He hit banged on the slot, knocked it open, and shit. He said, man, cuz I got something for you right quick. He go over there wherever he was going. She came back and gave me 2 packs of tobacco by like this big. And another bag, a drove probably like this big. You know what I'm saying? So he like, her. I'm like, shit, what you want me to do with this? He said, nigga, that's you, nigga. That's just on G. That's from me to you. He said, but holla at Big Josh, man. He got something else for you. So Big Josh had his whole cell covered up with a sheet. You know, so you can't even see up in there. So he like, Big Josh, bitch, come to the door. Folk Trey a monkey out here. So I bang on the rail. And he look, he like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? I'm like, shit, chilling. What's up, man? They say you want to holler at us. Me and Monkey right here. He said, hold on, man. I got something for y'all. He came back. He gave me a Monkey a finger like this. Nothing but ice. Big ass shards. So I'm like, damn, what's it? He said, man, that's just on the G. He said, man, that's just something for right now, man. Look, I got something for y'all, man. I need y'all to collect some money for me. Some people playing out there in population. I've been hearing you and Monkey name Rain got there, so shit. I need y'all to collect my bread, man. And I got y'all, man. You know, I get work. I got out of work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, what's the names? Where they at? He say, I said, man, just put it on the paper, man. Put it on the paper right quick so I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? So he like, all right. So he go get the little thing together, tape it up and shit. So I tell Gotti, nigga, Gotti, come here. I said, man, look, we finna go and get off the Wayne, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we ain't supposed to be over here. Nigga, I don't be falling out of place like this. You know what I'm saying? So he called Gotti. I called Gotti. He like, what's up, Trey, man? You good? Man, we just gonna walk. I said, nah, nigga, fuck all that. Nigga, if the wrong law see us walking from over there, the first thing they gonna say is strip out. I said, nigga, you brought us over there. You brought us over here. Nigga, you saying the laws ain't gonna fuck with you. So, nigga, here, you finna take all this contraband and you finna take the shit out for us. He like, man, just give it her, man. He put it right in his back pocket. I said, nigga, you ain't gonna stay. He said, man, they not gonna fuck with me. I'm telling you, folks, you good. We good, nigga. We gonna walk right up out this bitch and go back to Wayne. I'm like, shit, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Man, sure enough, we walk straight out, go right back to G-Park. So we get the shit. You know, I bust shit down with Monkey. You know what I'm saying? And start saying smoke shit up. And that's when we start messing with Big Josh back there. You know what I'm saying? Smokey Logos back there, and we start making little trips back and forth. We gonna jump to another lane next.